Item 10B, receive a report regarding traffic speed on Susan Drive near Evergreen Ridge Apartments.
Honorable Mayor, Council members, recently the Council received many complaint letters about safety concern and speed on Susan Drive. At the last Council meeting, Mayor Wen directed staff to come back at this meeting with some update on the safety concern on Susan Drive. After the council meeting, the police department deployed their speed monitoring device and in many days, and also conducted enforcement action on Susan Drive. Public Services Department conducted also a speed study on Susan Drive, and also had a field review and assessment of the information and the field at this location. Based on our internal discussion between Public Service Department and Police Department, to address some of the concern indicated through those residents and the information collected by us, would be possible many solutions to address some of those concerns, as painting a yellow edge line on the north side of the Susan Drive, refreshing the center line on Susan Drive, and maybe adding a white edge line on the southern edge of Susan Drive. Also increasing the educational component, adding additional signs, speed signs, through the length of that section of Susan Drive will help also the situation on the speeding and safety on Susan Drive. Our recommendation at this time would be for you to consider sending back this issue to the TSPC to consider the information available, and also to conduct a public meeting discussing and listening to the concern expressed by the neighborhood, and to come back with a recommendation for your final consideration.
Questions or comments from staff?
Very quick, one quick question. Director, was this information passed on to the residents that wrote or communicated to the council or staff in regards to their concerns?
Not at this time. The intent, depending on your direction tonight, if your direction will be to schedule with the TSPC a public meeting, then they will be notified of the public meeting, and they will be provided with all of the available information.
I just wanted to make sure that was provided for them, since they took the time and effort to write to us.
Right.
Ken?
Yeah, I mean, just to follow up on that question, I would think that whenever someone makes a written request and then we place it on the agenda, I would think that would respond and at least send them a note or something saying that we're on the, your issue is on the agenda. So, my question is, do you need direction from us or from the TSPC to do something like repainting a center line, or to put up signs that say children at play, or radar enforced?
My recommendation at this time would be for you to send back the item with your expectation that they will consider all of the possibilities. This item will come back to you for final decision. And it's at your pleasure. If you want to indicate any of your preference tonight, of course, they will consider your direction during the public meeting, and their deliberation. But certainly you will have a second opportunity, and it will be your final decision.
City Manager.
Could I expand on that answer, please? More specifically to your question, Councilmember Ibarra, no, direction is not necessary in order to provide the basic improvements such as children at play or refreshing lane markings or center lines. The specific issue, though, that staff is attempting to address is the residents' interest in this issue and evaluating the broad variety of issues that are at work here that are causing residents' concerns. So in order to provide a more robust, if you will, opportunity for residents to articulate their concerns and to identify any additional more complex improvements as part of the staff's analysis, staff is recommending that this item be sent to the TSPC. But very specifically to your question, no, direction from you and direction from the TSPC, neither one of those is necessary in order to simply refresh the existing painted markings.
I'm just, thank you. I'm more in the interest of time, in the interest of safety. And if an answer is that budget-wise, we can't afford to do the refreshing yet, that's okay too. I mean, or if it's cheaper to do it all at once, that too. I just know from previous instances, previous cases, that especially like up in Crestmore, that when you've placed that center line in there, you know, in Rollingwood, they placed a center line, it has made a difference, and, you know, in traffic calming. And so I would think that that would be one of the givens, is that you would refresh the line. And obviously, if the line is pretty much gone, then yeah, it's a 2-lane drag strip, you know, and you know, it looks like a drag strip from the bird's eye view up here. But no, I can understand what the concerns are, and I would think that we're getting more and more cases, you know, all over town on, you know, on traffic concerns and things, and it does take time, and I can appreciate that. And if we can do something that would at least improve the situation while we're reviewing the case up there, I think that would serve the residents just, you know, maybe better.
So O'Connell?
Thank you. I wanted to know if we have any information back from Crestmore Drive and the improvements that were made there. I know every time I drive it now with the speed indicator, I really pay attention, and it really does make a difference. I noticed other people have slowed down as they come to that as well. So I'm sorry, I don't recall how much it was to install that, but maybe that should be added to this list. And I'm with Mr. Ibarra. If we could paint a line now and then go through some of these other things as we contemplate the answers, I think that'd be great.
I have to agree with everything that's said. If there's some remedial stuff that we can do at this point in time before it goes to TSPC, that would be a good thing. These residents, we've all received a big stack of letters from these residents, and it's bad up there now, and they're really worried about what's going to happen with the impending treetop reconstruction. That's going to make it a lot worse. So the sooner we can get this taken care of, the better off we are. And with the TSPC, of course, and the public hearings and stuff, it'd be good to, we obviously by law have to notify everybody, so it's good to get the word out. So with no objection, let's get it done as soon as possible.
Okay.